Alex
is blowing bubbles with his friends. Whose bubbles are the biggest? Whoa!
Alex's
bubbles are the biggest. Then Pororo spoke.
Let's try flying on a soap bubble.
When Pororo spoke, friends climbed up to the bubble. Then the wind blew, and it blew the bubbles far away. The bubbles flew over to a flower garden that had many pretty flowers. They also gave a ride to Petty, who was watering the flowers.
Wow! That looks really fun!
The bubbles flew over to a forest with a lot of delicious fruit. And then they gave a ride to Rupee, who was picking fruit.
Wow! I like it!
The bubbles flew over to the sea,
Yahoo!
where there were high storms. Splash! Then they gave a ride to Poby, who was fishing.
Thanks for the ride!
The bubbles flew over to a jungle with many strange animals. And they also gave a ride to Harry, who was bragging about her own singing.
Where?
The bubbles flew over to a snow mountain where it snowed very much. And they also gave a ride to Eddie, who was skiing.
That sounds fun!
All of a sudden, dark clouds moved in. There was lightning inside the dark clouds. The bubbles couldn't run away from the dark clouds because they were too heavy. In the end, the bubbles were drawn into the dark clouds. When the bubbles popped, friends fell to the ground. But everyone safely landed on the springy land. What happened? Aha! The springy land was Tong Tong.
Yahoo!
Tong Tong flew all the way here to save his friends.
Yahoo!
When friends came back home with Tong Tong's ride, they sighed deeply and talked to each other about how close it was. But soon after, they smiled and shouted together.
So
Bubble traveling is really the best!